Oh, sorry. Yeah, I had my stuff turned off. Yeah. you know, sometimes I gotta do a little special because it's so ridiculous um that I can't ignore. And I was just strolling through because today I was gonna do my review of Injustice, which I will do later this week. And since nobody really cares about politics, who cares about who won the Virginia, New Jersey election or any of that fuck shit? I came across this clip. The clip is of DJ Akademiks and perpetual side piece Brittany Renner. Yeah. I did a little story on Brittany Renner maybe a couple of months ago, and honestly, I really wasn't going to touch on it again. But this one really was kind of I had to touch on it because it's really kind of poignant. Also, I normally wouldn't really watch anything from Akademiks. But I gotta admit on this one, and this is only a short clip. I'm sure you can go watch the whole thing. I think he has it up on Spotify or something like that. I'll post a link later. But he really kind of hit the nail on the head on this one. And granted, it's only a short clip, so you could take from it what you will. But I really want to. We about to get into this shit because I'm not gonna lie, it's hilarious. So just sit back. And let me make sure that you all can hear this. Okay, so basically they're talking about PJ Washington, and Brittany Renner being a female predator, essentially. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
No, he was still at Kentucky. Okay.
And you're Brittany Renner, who he's seen all over the fucking media with these people.
So this is what I really get so fucking annoyed about is like, so when do you as men take accountability?
It's so funny that, like, this is oftentimes, and this is why I really wanted, especially men, to kind of see this. This is whole logic. Like, what she's doing is whole logic. I know I've dealt with a lot of hoes in my life, as most men actually have. However, most men don't really understand whole logic because it doesn't make sense. So what she's gonna do is the typical, female response. She'll deflect from her own fuck shit. She'll deflect from holding herself accountable for being what she is, and she'll blame men, which women typically do. So let's go ahead and listen.
Old enough to ride this ride. You want to fuck with me. You want to come at me. You want to fuck me raw. So why are we babying men who make decisions for themselves? Like I told you, I was on birth control up until I had a conversation with my baby father. So what do you think happened? So I imagine I gotta leg lock him. No, let me.
The maturity of men and women are different.
No, stop. No, it's because men and women are held to different standards. Y'all want to look at a 20-year-old who wanted to fuck.
Men and women are held to different standards because men are not women. So the argument that typically women will use is that it's unfair that a guy can do this and that. Well, sure, it is. But it's also unfair that a guy really has no control over whether you give birth or not to a kid that he may not want. You could have a kid. Y'all could do y'all thing. You could have the kid. He could tell you he doesn't want to have the kid, but you could have it anyway, and he still is liable for child support and court. Not only that, you got to be a complete blind man not to know that the court system is unilaterally in favor of women. Men have to fight harder to even get full custody of a kid from a bad mother than a woman would have to fight to get custody from a deadbeat dad. So yeah, there's a double standard, but there's a double standard with both ways. This is whole logic, okay? So what she's going to say is it's not fair that men get to date younger women. Well, one, guys who date younger women are often looked at as predators, even when they're not. Guys who date older guys who date younger women are often looking like they're trying to take advantage of a woman when maybe they just met a woman who's very mature for her age, and which women typically are more mature than men in that age group in their early 20s than men are. So it's often not looked at as a cougar is not looked at the same. When it's a cougar, you get the yes girl. Well, but at the end of the day, what is a cougar? A cougar is a predator, right? So, what's my homegirl? The Crimson Cure actually made a really good point. She said if you stuck in a cage with a lion, and it's just you and the lion, you ain't gonna care whether that lion is male or female, because at the end of the day, that lion's still a predator. So, she's a predator. But she probably knows she's a predator. But again, this is whole logic. So let's keep going.
I was 26 when I met him. You want to fuck with me? Here's what it is. Nope, like, stop acting like someone had to pull the wool over his eyes. I was exactly who I am right now. And stop, let me finish. I have no reason to be, I have no reason to lie about anything that I've done or the person that I am. And I believe in full transparency. The ideal relationship to me is for my partner to know everything about me. So please stop playing this victim narrative. If you wanted to just fuck me and just say she's trophy pussy, I hit Brittany Renner, that's that. Why did we have a baby? Our baby's name is Paul Jermaine Washington III. Does that sound like an oops baby? Does that sound like someone who was bamboozled?
Oftentimes you see this, that women will name the kid after the guy, even if that guy is proven later to not be the father, they'll name the kid after the guy that they want to be the father. Now, I've seen this 100 times, 1,000 times. It's like, oh, well, I named him after you. Well, okay. Was I there when he was born? I don't know. See, I don't know if PJ Washington was there or not. But I do know he's since been very adamant about trying to see his kid on social media and aspects, and it's very obvious that she's stopping him from doing that. And honestly, like, this is really some like slave mentality type shit. Like, this is all this kind of attitude, and the way oftentimes black men are looked at and treated is really as an effect of slavery. That's how they would do us back as slaves. They would basically use the male, get the female pregnant, and then take the kid away and do whatever they want. Usually sell them or whatever. So, yeah. And the blonde hair is another blowback from slavery. This self-hate. So let's keep going.
So you asked me to move in with you. You wanted me to have your child at 22 years old. And here we are. I told you I'm okay to wait. I'm not in a rush. I'm a very spiritual person. I trust in divine timing. I know anything. Get married to? No, I'm not trying to. I just.
You heard what he said. You trying to get married to him? No. Had Brittany Renner actually been looking to get married instead of just being a side piece or a thot or a baby's mother, this would be an entirely different conversation. Like, oh, we got married, it didn't work out. or we were on our way to getting married and it didn't work out. When you're not trying to get married to a man, honestly, like, you really shouldn't even be sleeping with them without a condom. Honestly, like, if you can, if you can't see yourself marrying him, you shouldn't be, trying to go out there and give him the name and all. This is the whole logic. This is a pretty project chick. I don't know if she's from the projects or not, but she definitely has that mentality.
No, were you?
I thought that was my guy. And, like, I don't know why it's so hard for y'all to believe that. And, like, in my mind, it's crazy to me, the age gap between Jay-Z and Beyonce. Crickets. The age gap between Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan.
The age gap. See, these people are dating. Now, their whole mess with Beyonce when she was young, I don't know. She might have been. But he also ended up marrying her. That's the difference. PJ Washington, if he got even half a bracelet, would not marry this girl. She's a predator. She's toxic. She look at what she puts out there. Her kid is gonna see this 20 years from now. I'm like, damn, I can't believe that all this stuff is out there by my mom. He's gonna get roasted. He's gonna have a hard life. And the problem with these women who chase the quote high value male or the NBA player or whatever is they think that they're going to be living this life, glamour and all this stuff, but it's like, no, you don't know that. Your kid might grow up to be EJ Johnson. have no desire to play sports at all. And you shouldn't be trying to have a kid that you hope will be a NBA player in 20 years. Like, come on. Like, So let's keep going.
It's crickets. Y'all don't have the same energy. Lori Harvey's 24. There's a 10-year age gap between her and Michael B. Jordan. Stop. But y'all picking
Nobody said anything about Jada Pinkett and August Alsina, right? See, it goes both ways. This is a lot of times these women don't want to take accountability for just being who they are. Like, we know who you are. We can see you because you put it all out there every chance you get. So
what's the age gap?
No, not talking about.
What's the age gap?
No,
because it's couple goals for people you want to be couple goals with.
Okay, no, it's not about being a couple.
Stop
it's about certain permanent decisions.
Okay,
if
something doesn't work for me, then why would I sit?
If someone's 32, and we've seen this,
we've seen it with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Address them. Okay. Address them. This is off the record.
You are not Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, let's get that out of let's get that out of here. Like, you're not Beyonce at all. Like, let's get that out of here.
Okay.
Address them.
When did Beyonce have a child by Jay-Z?
Then when did they start dating?
It doesn't matter
about the age gap.
Nobody's caring about it. Hold on.
What's the age gap?
The age gap is significant. However, hear what I'm saying. It's not about that.
About any of this shit.
You got you had a kid by him before he could even really get his legs.
That was his choice. I don't have to leg lock niggas. You wanna fuck me raw and come at me? Accept what comes behind it.
This is a nasty bitch. I'm sorry. Like, she nasty. Listen to how she speaks. Huh? She need to go see Kevin Samuels or Jason Black. For real.
It's even on both sides. If it was a woman, if it was a girl who just became 21 and a nigga who was 33 and she was pregnant.
But y'all ain't had nothing to say.
Permanent decisions. It's not about dating. It's permanent.
When Diddy was with younger women, y'all have nothing to say. When Future was with Lori Harvey, it's fucking crickets. No, I'm gonna say people's names because everybody in this motherfucking industry is scared to open their mouth. But y'all pick.
We're not scared to. Well, I'm not in the industry, but people aren't scared to open their mouth. It's just exactly like what you just said. Those women chose Future and Diddy, right? So TJ Washington chose you. All we saying is he made a bad choice and you knew what you were doing. Just like Diddy and Future know what they doing. y'all are the same. Okay, that's fine, but who cares?
Can choose. So what about Future and his bitch now? What's the age gap with that? Why is that not raising eyebrows? Because nobody gives a fuck about what men do. But let a woman be 6 years apart and I'm a fucking predator? Y'all are calling me R. Shelley? Y'all got all these memes and this funny shit?
That's funny.
Because at the end of the day, Paul Jermaine Washington III is my child's name. So if people want to have their own opinion about our relationship, that's on you. I could call my baby father right now. He will laugh. He's not going to dispel any rumors because he loves this shit.
No, but he's on Twitter subtweeting like, yo, I want to see my child.
He's allowed to.
Why don't you let him see his child? Let's talk about that. Because first of all, we already feel bad for him because we feel like before he could even get a max contract, you already got a kid.
Do you guys feel bad for someone who moved me in and wanted to give me a baby and named it after him? That's what y'all feel bad about?
We feel like you were more in control of the situation than him.
Control is an illusion. So what are you saying?
Just like if a young woman.
Control is an illusion. See, a lot of these bitches think that they're just so like advanced and spiritual, and that's because she don't watch some YouTube videos. Like, come on, this is thought logic. And I gotta be honest. I appreciate it, as I said before. People are like, "Oh no, she stop her from talking. Stop her. She does it." Nah, let her keep talking. Let her keep talking and exposing this type of mentality, so guys who ain't got their game right or young can avoid this type of female, because these are the type of females that will destroy you. They will destroy a man. They will destroy you, and they will enjoy it. That's how it is. There's a lot of people who are gonna agree with me, and there's people who are going to disagree with me. I'm sure a lot of them are gonna be probably women, but the truth is the truth. Control's an illusion. Come on. I've had some women try to flip that bullshit fucking consciousness on me, like, yo, darling, like, go read a book.
Woman who said, hey, listen, I met this celebrity at 19 and we start fucking around when we're 21. Even though if you're 21, we're gonna feel bad for you because we know what fame and influence brings to someone, especially with permanent decisions. Just dating will give you a pass. But once you're having kids, you're getting married, of course, those are permanent decisions.
Okay, so did I make this child myself, or did it take his nut to make this child?
Obviously, it took Toya.
Oh, it did? Oh,
I don't know how that went down.
Okay. Well, do you know how
he could have probably told you, like, I don't want to do it.
Do you know how life is created?
Yeah, but he could have told you I didn't want that child. He'd be like, yo,
so he didn't want a child, but he's going to name him the third.
Yeah, after it's going to happen because your body, your choice, right?
Woo! See, that's the thing. And shout out to Akademiks for actually putting that out there. There's always the case of when it's convenient for women, they'll often say, "Oh, he made the decision to have sex with me with no protection, blah blah blah." But then they'll go and they'll say, "Oh, it's my body, my choice," right? So whether it's abortion or what have you, a lot of times women, they'll say, "Oh, well, we made this together, but it's not your choice whether I have it or not." So that's why this is why I can tell, like, I've had this conversation a few times before. I don't have any kids, but I've definitely been in these types of situations. And I've seen my boys go to these types of situations, and a lot of times there's no really consoling with women like this, because they're so, women are so rarely criticized for the fuck shit that they do. They're, hashtag believe all women, and, it's my body, my choice, but it takes two It takes two to make the kid, and let's put him on child support. But I ain't shit as a woman, as a mother anyway. But I will put him on child support. A lot of times, guys are just like, what, fine, whatever. Just so I don't have to deal with you, put me on child support. And a lot of times when it comes to naming a kid, they'll say, all right, well, it's here now. It's mine, so go ahead and name him after me, whatever. I signed a birth certificate just because we always feel like that's the right thing to do, because we want to do right by our kid or our kid's baby's mother until it gets to the point that it becomes so toxic that you don't want anything to do with her, and then she gets mad, and then she starts using the system against you because she knows she can. This is the type of woman who knows exactly what she's doing, but she tries to pretend like she doesn't.
Oh no, I gave him the option. Whatever you want to do, I love you.
So if he had said, "Not right now," you do.
I would have agreed to it.
So you just said.
Oh wow! So
nobody believes that shit. Even women are like, bitch, stop lying. Nobody believes that. Like, nobody believes that. I believe she was hunting and, she found PJ and, here we are.
Yo, what?
PJ Washington, I can't hold you down no more, man. Yo, we gotta throw you to the wolves.
We were in a real relationship. There were real feelings involved. I mean, there was a beautiful child made. Just because it didn't work out. Why the fuck is he
complaining on social media?
That's the $1 million question,
because honestly, he's the reason why you look bad. It looks like you're a user. It looks like you're quote.
I don't know. See, I've seen that. These women are emotionless, bro. They're predators. In many ways, these are the women that raise the monsters. The King Vons. I love King Von's music, but let's keep it real. The dudes out there committing the murders and the crimes, and the dudes who out there just come from single parent households. 80% of all inmates come from single mother households. So these are the women that raise these type of, because they don't take accountability. They're emotional. They don't really think that far ahead. And I wouldn't be surprised if another dude knocks her up. He's not gonna marry her though. I doubt she will ever get married. Just like Superhead. Did Superhead ever get married? I don't think Superhead ever got married. But she got passed around. She became vindictive. Burned as many bridges as possible. Wrote some books. Had some success. I'm sure Brittany Renner will build. I think he already said that. I think she wrote a book or something like that, and she'll probably get on. The Love and Hip Hop, whatever bullshit, and just keep them passed around till she get old. Meanwhile, her kids are gonna be the ones suffering.
A predator because of how he looks to be like a victim. Hey, I can't see my child. Hey, I know you all warned me. Blah blah blah. And yes, I fell victim to it, and now I'm over here crying. Not saying you should feel bad for me, but the internet's gonna feel bad for you. Because you know why?
What do you want me to do? You want me to go on there? You want me to do an Instagram live?
Do you ask him?
Of course.
Why the fuck?
We have conversations.
Why the fuck are you acting like you're the victim when you wanted to?
Why she look like a white girl? Or trying to look like? There's definitely something off with this particular woman. You can see it.
Be in the situation.
It's the $1 billion question. I've asked him that in private. I've asked him that when we went out to eat. I've asked him that over Facebook.
You asked him out in private. Asked him when we went out to eat. Like, this is the father of your kid. Why don't y'all just get on the phone to talk to each other? Like, probably because he don't want to talk to you. That's what or on Facebook. Like, why are you going on DJ Akademiks and talking about this shit? Why? Because it's clout for you. She loves this. She loves it. She loves having her life out there. You know, a lot of women do. They like having their business out there. And a lot of guys, we don't like, most men. There's some out cloud chasing, but most men, we don't like having our business out there like that. Whatever stays in the household is in the household between me and you. Oh, she loves this. She's having a conversation about guys coming in her to some random dude, some random YouTuber in academics. Like, come on.
FaceTime. We've had a lot of conversations, and you know, the reality is what we talk about in private will never be public.
Well, it is public now.
Well, let's fucking hear it. It can't be any worse than what you fucking have said.
She has such a nasty mouth.
Say it to your face.
Okay. Say it to my face.
DJ, if you're watching, cut this part off, okay? I thought he was a cash out option. I was like, yo, listen, you've been with way more, no disrespect to you, PJ. I told you to cut this off. You've been with way more litter people. People who are more successful in their respective fields. You know, he's a millionaire, grand and third. But I felt that, you know, I always say about women, and tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just fucked up in my thinking. Maybe I need to change it. You're getting older, and you needed someone, and you probably always wanted to have a kid, right? And you were like, hey, listen, this is the person that I'm going to not necessarily cash out with, but this is one who will do this with me.
This is her last shot. She's like 33, right? 32, 33. This is her last shot. This is her last shot, PJ Washington. Because, truth be told, women have as the manosphere and all these other, you know, entities, like I say, they have a wall, okay? And guys have a wall too. We really do. But our wall is different. And our wall comes at, well, it depends. Because a lot of times that guy, let's say in high school, who was the star athlete, blah, 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 all this, you know, all the girls wanted him. That guy's wall might be at 18, 19, 20. He may never reach the level of success that he had when he was in high school, all right? Then there's, you know, let's say, I ain't gonna use LeBron because LeBron is 1 in a billion. Let's say the 6th or 7th man, you know, in his canter or whatever, you know, his wall is gonna come probably in his late 20s, early 30s, but not really, because he will have made enough money that he can pretty much do whatever he wants. Now let's take the average guy. The average guy, this guy, he works at Walmart and he makes 45 grand a year. You know, doing whatever. Is a manager. He might not necessarily have a wall that is early. His wall might come when he's like 80, because he's consistently like just making money. Or let's not say a Walmart guy, because, you know, it depends on what. Let's say a trucker, right? Trucker who makes good money. His wall, maybe his physical peak will be done at like 40, but his wall won't hit until he can no longer like provide in the manner that he was doing before. So his wall might not come until he's 70 or 80, but by then he might have so much bread that, you know, his wall may never come physically, or his ability to provide might not ever come. So it's different for men. Now with women, it's a lot different, because women, their social capital, whether they like it or not, is based on how they look. It is what it is. Guys are based on how much we bring to the table, how much money we have, what do we do for a living, you know, status rep. Women are based largely on how they look by men, because women base the way they rate us is we provide and protect and all that good stuff. And you can say all that other, oh, he's a good conversationalist. Okay, I can be a mute if I'm bringing in $1 billion a year, you better fuck with me. But women, that wall hits different. She's at her wall, and for her, unfortunately, well, I don't care. Her wall is gonna hit even earlier because she's all the way out there, letting the world know what she's doing. She's on social media making herself look horrible, just talking about how nasty she is, how little respect for herself she has. So her wall's coming earlier because guys like, yeah, like I'm gonna hit it, but I'm definitely gonna be wrapping up, and then off you go. You know what I mean? So that's what Akademiks is saying. And I'm sure she'll be like, oh, that's unfair. So what? Like, life is unfair, right? It's unfair that I had to, get to the level I'm at to be one of these, high achieving guys, with their money right and ain't stupid. It took me a while. It takes most people a while. LeBron was not. LeBron James, how many time MVP, 4-time NBA champion when he was 16 years old. So this is why women need to watch this, and this is why men need to watch this, because if you don't know, you really should. Let's keep going.
It's like really audacious of you, because it just proves my theory that I've always been in it for true love. I've been with men with way more money, and if I was truly an investor and trying to cash out so I don't have to work again, let me finish. I would have cashed out 5-6 years ago. Men with a lot.
You should have.
I thought everybody had you as a side chick. Everybody else had you as a side chick, and listen. In a male community, we know the chicks that's like, yo, that's side chick pussy.
Yes.
We know the dumbass
yes.
who wipes up the side chick, and we're like,
so what makes me?
you don't wipe up the side chick. You don't wipe up the side. And we all guys know. We all know. Like, yo, a bunch of us that went through that. You know what I'm saying? You might wanna send her back to the streets. She belonged to the streets. Because she might want to send her back because a bunch of us done ran through it. We all know it. It's if you're a guy about his stuff, then it's happened to you. Like it's happened. It's happened. Where it's like, oh, damn, I ain't know. Oh, the whole crew done ran through. All right, cool. Thanks for telling me. And the real ones go respect it. They can be like, oh shit, yeah, okay. Now the mother dudes, the PJ Washingtons of the world, but I love her though. All right, well, you gonna get what you gonna get.
A side chick. Because I'm beautiful.
No, because the one who everybody fucks but doesn't like. That's.
Woo! See, that's the thing. You see how she said, "Oh, it's because I'm beautiful." You think I'm a side? No, there's plenty of beautiful women. What are you talking about? This is whole logic. It's because niggas is not gonna marry you. Ever. Especially after this interview. You're not gonna marry you. And you don't realize that until it's too late.
Side chick. Sorry.
So whoever.
Wait, I gotta
see. We know the dumbass nigga who wipes up the side chick, and we're like.
So what makes me a side chick? Because I'm beautiful.
No, because the one who everybody fucks but doesn't like. That's the side chick. Sorry.
So whoever side chick.
You wrote a fucking book.
You wrote a book about your sexual exploits. That's what side chicks like you do, and Superhead and all this stuff. Only people who really read this shit are gossip people and women. Men don't really give a shit. Okay, you got ran through. We just know that I'm not gonna be the one that takes you home. It's not gonna happen.
I've been a side chick, but I was never a side chick.
Well, when you write a book about having casual sex, and by the way, not one of them claimed you.
When guys don't claim that they had sex with you, that means you're a thot. if I look and my boy's like, yo, you know that chick? Like, nah, I don't know her, bro. You're a thot. You will not be meeting my mother. You will not be. No. TJ Wash is the one who didn't listen.
We assume, you know why men don't claim women? Because we have our real girl that we don't want to tell about you. You know that.
Salute the Akademiks. Salute the Akademiks, man. Like he hit it on this one, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like he tells the truth. If you're the side chick, you're my side. You don't get the the range or whatever. You get the Toyota Corolla. you don't even that. I wouldn't even get you that, to be honest. No, you're just a side chick. You're not. You are on the bench, or you could be a six man. You could be a six man. Six man still on the bench though. You even if you were in the starting lineup, you're number 5, or what have you. Like, but to be honest, like you're not ever going to be the main chick, ever. Like you're always gonna be the perpetual side. So be that.